People often talk about the importance of pursuing your dreams. Now, in some way, shape, or form, there's relevancy to this and there's truth to it, but there's a lot of falsehood to that comment. And I would like to expand on it because as a lot of you guys pursue vehicles for making money, vehicles for building wealth, I'm assuming that's why you're in business, because you want to make money. Now, the question is how much? Well, that's really up to you. It's funny because recently I've talked about the idea of if you run a business, doing $10,000 a day in your business is not a lot of money. People lose their shit. It just shows me that they really have not sat down and thought about how profitable they want to make their business and if it's aligned with their dreams and ambitions. Now, it's funny because I talk to a lot of individuals and they're like, yeah, when I was a kid, I used to want to be an astronaut. When I was a kid, I wanted to be this and that. Or when they enter university or grade school, or when they talk to their parents, many times you have these ambitions, these goals, and these dreams that were instilled on you and that were given to you at an early age. What if these dreams and ambitions and goals are limited by your understanding of the world? Let me explain. What if your dreams are limited by the knowledge that you have? How do you know that the dream that you have is the best life course possible if you haven't experienced many things? I've been to, I think, 58 countries now. I'm still in my 20s. I've become a multimillionaire. I've built companies with hundreds of employees. I've invested in some of the riskiest assets in history when it comes to adoption, like that of cryptocurrency, which when I got into it was completely anonymous to the public. It was a big risk. When you come into a market that has a $50 billion market cap, that was the entirety of crypto, $70 billion market cap. That's when I jumped in. That's high risk. But the dream, right, begins to evolve the more knowledge and information you have regarding the world. So my dream when I initially got started in entrepreneurship was, oh, well, I want to own a restaurant or I want to own a service-based business. Why? Well, because I came from a poor background. I used to, pressure wash basketball courts and clean dishes and mop floors. So my entire ambition of entrepreneurship was based off of what I understood was a business, which was the businesses that I was exposed to. But then as I began to expose myself to other things, and then when I began to explore other parts of existence and reality and test different things and enjoy different circles and enjoy different environments and different individuals and networks, I began to develop a more cohesive thought towards what I actually wanted. So many times I come to people and they're like, oh yeah, well, why are you doing this? Well, I've always wanted to do this. That's their reason. Well, I've always wanted to be a lawyer. I've always wanted to be a doctor. That's good. You've always wanted to be that because you've always had most likely the same information. It's very interesting because people think that they're unidimensional. They attach their identity to their dream. Shh, listen. A lot of people attach their identity to their dream. So when you attack, directly or indirectly, the fantasy of the accomplishment of that dream, therefore the accomplishment of your purpose, therefore the accomplishment and the fulfillment of a well-lived life, therefore, quote unquote, potentially achieving happiness, it becomes disrupted and distorted because you introduce new information that shows to them that potentially their choice of dream was not good. This is a complex thought. I request that you go back and listen to it again so that you don't fall under the same trap, which is the trap of believing that you know what is best based off of the limited information that you have. It's like sticking your head inside of a hole and then knowing what's going on around you. You have no information, you have no context, and then assuming that everything is okay. That's not how reality works. So as you gain more information, your dream needs to evolve. Your dream needs to evolve. So your dream needs to be evolving, or it needs to be big enough to give you room to grow and mold yourself. So many people impose self-limitations at an early age that limiting belief and that limiting kind of philosophy carries through their entire life. And I refuse, as an autonomous individual and as a free thinker, to be limited even by my own belief system of myself from the past. I'm not even holding my own thoughts from the past as identity markers of who I am today, because maybe I think something different. Does that make sense? So you need to be able to treat your dreams the same way you treat your ideas. Because what is a dream if not more than just an idea that's attached and infused with purpose? It's an ideal, right? And most people have no ability to change those ideals as they change. So if you feel confusion because you feel torn about life paths and life decisions, first of all, understand that you're going to be confused the rest of your life because you're always learning. When you play a video game and you can't beat the specific map, you don't get upset at the video game. You're like, fuck it, I'm done with this shit. Unless you know that the game is too difficult for you, and you'll stay at a low level or just stop playing. That's what most people do. But if you can continue to try and not be upset or frustrated at the iteration, then eventually you'll achieve a desired result. When you look at the iPhone that you had today, right, and evaluate the first iPhone that ever came out, these are iterations of what? Iterations of dreams. I doubt Steve Jobs was thinking about a 5G network that airdrops gigs and gigs of fucking video onto a 6-second platform that then gets you 10 million views. I don't think he's had that vision. It's an iteration of that dream as what more information and development is introduced. This is a powerful piece of information, a data set that just came down to me, and I wanted to share it with you guys because unless you catch yourself limiting yourself by your self-limitation, then you're always going to be in a situation that you are capped at a subconscious level. And if you can snap away from that and have no limitations, not even limitations that you self-impose upon yourself via your dreams that are limited by the information that you have, then you have a real opportunity at continuing to develop your dreams and your goals long term. And as I said, if you feel like you're lost, remember that not all those who wander are lost. That it's okay to explore, it's okay to figure it out, and then to come back to home base and be like, okay, now what's the game plan? It's okay to feel confused, it's okay to feel like you're figuring it out, because at the end of the day, we all are. It'd be ludicrous for me to stand here and assume that I have all of life figured out. The more I know, the more I realize the little I know, which instead of depressing me, it encourages me because of my attitude and my choice to what? To continue developing, because the more I develop, the greater my dream will be. Because the more I will understand the reach of my potential. Does that make sense, guys? Have a wonderful day. Walk with truth, walk with power. This data set is a powerful one. Re-listen to it and invite a couple people over to the Telegram. Time to take the glitch movement to the next level. Talk soon.